Yeah, I would say that I have two switches, either on or off. Either I'm 100% extremely productive, or then I'm like in a zero, like no, I'm doing nothing. But yeah, especially at work and school, I've noticed that I like to do projects by myself because I know it's easier to organize a one-man project compared to multiple when there is multiple people involved. When there are, however, I would say that I'm pretty good at like delegating things and making sure that everything does run smoothly. And yeah, it's a very important thing to me. I would say that I'm first and foremost a very stubborn 1+1 is 2 kind of person, but I do definitely have my playful creative moments, and I have a lot of creative hobbies and things I like to do. So yeah, I'm very comfortable with extroverted intuition as well. If anything, I think it's more of a spontaneous thing than if I have a reason for it. It's just a fun when I'm like relaxing, or it's fun for me. It's nothing really that I can force. Then it's probably not gonna go as well. I generally think that ESTJs and ISTJs are a underrated couple of types. I think especially with ESTJs are like playful any gets ignored a lot, and people just see the TESI, the Karen sort of. But yeah, I definitely have noticed that I thrive in a very strict routine, or not really strict, but it's the same every day. I wake up and do the same things. And I would say, and other people have also said that my memory is great, and especially with small details, I remember like random things that, it's not even normal to remember, like a date from a few years back, like when something happened and stuff. And sometimes I do get called pedantic, and one of my nicknames is a fact checker. So I would say it's a strong function for me. I don't really have any strong opinions often. It's only ever when there's a logical good reason for something to be a certain way, when I actually would have a proper opinion and speak about it. Like my own emotions, usually I keep it very personal and don't show anything outside. But if someone asks, then I'm an open book. It's very important for me, especially when I'm trying to remember something. I need to understand why it is a certain way, and that was quite evident in school. I used to almost, well, not exactly argue with the teachers, but like I just needed more than just, this is like, I had to have a reason for why things were a certain way to actually remember and be interested in it. So it's quite important, I would say, but yeah, not a priority maybe. I would personally say that I'm pretty aware of my surroundings, and especially compared to the people I hang out with, I'm usually the one who noticed something and I thought it was obvious, but then have to point it out to others. So I would say decent, but I do miss things sometimes. It might be worth to mention that I might have ADHD, so that might have something to do with that, but yeah, I'm okay, I would say. I'm kind of terrible at that, and even if I would have a gut feeling or something, I would probably not trust it, because I like to look at the data and what is more likely that way, and not, well, go based on the vibe and how it feels. So I don't really like that function that much, and I definitely don't value it. And honestly, if I could choose a function that I suck at, then it would probably be NI, because to me, it just doesn't make any sense. I'm not very good at that, or like reacting to others' emotions. I'm kind of awkward when someone shares something like that with me. I don't really know what to do and what to say about it. I would rather I can listen, and I like listening, and sort of I would like to help and maybe rather solve their problems than say something that helps them in the moment. So I'm more of a practical person when it comes to that. But yeah, I see the value in that, in a way that I know that it's important for people to be heard, and I'm the listening and doing type of person more.